What's going on, Shoe Crew? We're back with another top 5 video, and in today's video we're going to be covering the fatties, the bulkies, the in the way gods, aka support. And this list is not really difficult, I'm gonna be honest. Like, the support meta hasn't really changed too much. They say they nerf supports, and they really don't. Like, I think Caffrey is the only one that's really seen a nerf. In quotations, very heavy on the quotations, because it doesn't really get nerfed. It just, they lower it by like a second, or lower like a range of an ult, or lower the effectiveness of an ult barely. It's just, it's ridiculous. But we're just gonna go ahead and dive in, because I know you guys like these videos short and sweet. So we're gonna go into number 5. There we go. Number 5, all 5 of them. Number 5 is Bacchus, God of Wine, fattiest of fatties, the drunk man, the inventor of AA himself. Not really, because AA is for quitters. So, yeah, so pretty much the reason why Bacchus is number 5 is mainly because he does a lot of damage. He has a lot of things to help with support. He has a knock up to a good synergy with the Willix if you need him for jungle ganks. His belch is a stun, does a decent amount of damage. His Intoxicate is very, very strong. It can actually help the support get some kills, and also make them very, very, make the ADC pretty much obsolete, because he's swaying so much because he's drunk, so he'll miss a lot of his shots. And yeah, like, he gets more power from his passive, and he just gets more protection. He gets fatter, and he's just really good for the meta right now. He has a good initiator in his belly flop to follow up with the belch, and then Intoxicate if he needs to, or belly flop into Intoxicate. He's very, very strong right now. Really good synergy with a lot of the ADCs like Chiron, or pretty much Chiron, Rom, Ho Yi. That's about it. That's pretty much the only ones they have synergy with. Neath, you can synergize pretty much with anybody, because all you gotta do is just knock him up into a spirit arrow. You can knock him up with anything, root him, do anything like that, as long as he has some sort of stun. I mean, it's really good. But he also has double CCs, which is another reason why he's so high up on the list. And the belly flop, he has a knock up. Belch, he actually has 3 CCs. Excuse me, he's got 3 of them. He's got a stun with the belch, as long as you can keep it on long enough. The knock up with the belly flop, and the disorient with the Intoxicate, which is really, really good. So we're gonna go ahead and jump over to number 4. And number 4 is going to be the lady herself, Athena, which I believe is the only female guardian. I'm pretty sure there's only one female guardian. They need to fix that. But yeah, and she is insanely good for the same reason she's been good forever. She's always been good. She probably always will be good. I love this skin, by the way. This skin's pretty dope. I got it out of the chest, and I was pretty excited. Look at that shield. That shield is fucking awesome. Look at that thing. Awesome, right? I love it. Alright, but the reason why she is so good is she has her charge for Initiate, which does a lot of damage. She has her Confound, which is really, really good. Is the Taunt, which is pretty much the main reason why she's so good, because if you can land this, you can taunt the entire opponent's team. She has her shield wall, which does a lot of damage and synergizes very well with her taunt. And then also, not to mention, she has a support global. And excuse me, but that is my phone, and I forgot to turn the sound off. Bad YouTuber, I apologize. If you enjoy that ringtone, though, hit a thumbs up, right? Legend of Zelda, gotta love it. But she has a support global, guys, and pretty much you're just like, hey, I need help. Athena on the way. Boom. Teleports her on top of you, does a shit ton of damage, and is then there to taunt and shield wall. And not to mention her passive is really strong as well. Probably one of the best passives for a tank that you could probably have, to be honest. Alright, but we're going on to number 3. Big tree. Actually, the newest support, in my opinion. This one's probably gonna get me some shit, but it's alright, because I love Fafnir as a support. I did not think I was going to when he first came out. I thought he was going to be garbage when he first came out. It sounded more like a solo laner than he did a support. Reason why he is so good is these things right here. So he has a stun that he can hurl his hammer, does damage, and also is a stun. It's really good. He has his course, which is an attack speed buff. You're supporting an ADC. Attack speed is super crucial. And then you have a leap, and the leap is fantastic. And then here's where it gets better. He has a secondary line of abilities when he transforms. He's immune when he transforms, so if he wants to be in the way, he can transform and be immune. And not to mention, he does DOT damage, which will probably steal a lot of kills from your ADC that way, but an assist still gives you a good rep. So it does so much. He does everything, and it's fantastic. Not to mention he gets bonus gold, and he's so good, guys. He's insane. Give him a try if you haven't. If you're a support player, go ahead and give him a try. Coming in at number 2, the fatty Snorlax looking sleeping giant, Karna. Karna. I love the way he says his name. It's fantastic. Well, let's see if we can do it. Come on, load in. Hold up. We're gonna get this. Hold on. I love the way he says his name. No. There it is. Yes. I love it. Alright, but we're going to go ahead and look over his abilities real quick. The reason why he is so good, he has Wave Clear in his Throwback. He has a Root in his Groggy Strike. He has a Stun, whatever you want to call it, and a Slow in his Mighty Yawn. And then he has a complete take out of the equation for a solid couple of seconds, 2.2 seconds. So let's say you want to kill the support. Let's say you're going against the Sylvanas and he's really annoying. But you have a Ho-Yi there that keeps poking you down and keeping him away. Kumba knocks up the Ho-Yi. You focus down the Sylvanas. So Sylvanas should be dead by the time that Ho-Yi lands. And not to mention he's going to take a shit ton of damage when he lands. So you're probably going to set up a double kill. Karna is the best support for double kills in duo lane. Absolutely. His team fight is subpar, which is why he's number 2 instead of number 1. But he's really good, guys. Like, he's insanely good. And not to mention his passive is fantastic. Just pretty much a do-over as long as you can stay alive and not get basic, which gives your ADC time to shred people while they're focusing down the Karna. So good. Alright, number 1 has to wait because we're going to do some honorable mentions real quick. So some honorable mentions for support is Sylvanas. He's going to be coming back into the meta at some point. I'm calling it now. I'm stating that right now. Sylvanas will be back in the meta. I guarantee it. Look at his abilities real quick. You can pause it and look at him if you want to, or just look him up on your own game. I don't know why I keep doing that. And then Geb is also an honorable mention. He's very, very strong. He works very, very well. I have the global emo for Geb. When did I get that? Apparently I have the global emo. Alright. But Geb is very, very good. Make sure you look him up. He's really strong. His shield's very good. He has a getaway. He's got a knock up. He's got everything that he needs to. He's got a stun. And he's just very fat and in the way. And I love him. The other honorable mention in Guardians alone will be Ares. Ares is very good for team fights. Very good for arena if you're an arena player. His ultimate synergizes very, very well. Not to mention his chain is very good for stopping getaways. And not to mention his burn can take people down very good and make them very weak for your ADC to finish them off. Now we're going to go over to the Warriors real quick just for a quick second to do some honorable mentions for some supports over here. Guan Yu, fantastic support. Got a heal, got a cavalry charge to initiate into a stun. So this is very good to pair up with Solar Chronos. Another one is Odin. Odin is also a very good support. Very easily to make fat. Has a ring to cage people in as long as they don't have a leap. So like Hou Yi and stuff like that. But Chirons and I don't think Neith can backflip out of it. But stuff like that, he can cage him in. Makes himself more powerful and also gives your ADC a spot to just absolutely decimate. Pair this up with Hou Yi, you're going to have a great time. Synergize ults, you'll be good to go. But now, on to number 1 after I just speed rounded those honorable mentions. We're going to Caffrey, the big old scarab himself. He is the man, the myth, the legend, the nerfed freaking fatty, the ever. He's just so good, guys. And here's why. He has his Abduct, which you can pull away somebody from the support or whatever, and he will pretty much have to take the damage. They cannot shoot past Caffrey while they're abducted. Rising Dawn gives a damage reduction and a protection reduction. Super crucial for taking down the other support. You have a Solar Flare, which is a root and also damage, which is really, really good to poke out. You have Scarab's Blessing, which is why he is so good. He can revive you on the spot. Does not count as a death. You will not lose stacks if you're doing Doom Orb. You won't lose anything if it takes it from death. He will be able to save you, and it's fantastic. You also get a movement speed, and you get a movement speed as long as the mark is on you, so he can use it to just help you get away. He can save himself. He can save somebody through a wall. He can do crazy shit. His passive is fantastic. It puts a shield on you, so you go into duo lane with a shield at the start of the game. That's super important and super crucial. And I cannot stress how good Caffrey is. If you were looking for a very good support character to main, Caffrey is your GOAT. I don't know why I was talking like an announcer that entire time. I apologize for that. But ladies and gentlemen, if you did enjoy this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up for me because y'all already know your support is greatly appreciated. Also, comment down below if you think somebody else should have been on this list or if you think maybe Sylvanas isn't going in the meta. We can have a discussion about that because I'm really curious to see what people think about that. And also, if this is the first video you've watched of me and you're just really big into support and that's the reason you found this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button in the down there's to become part of the Shoot Crew. It's where all the cool kids come to learn a thing or two about Smite and have a good time. That's pretty much it for me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to get out of here and I will talk to you later. Peace!